My name is Michelle Sound. I am a visual artist from Vancouver, BC, the unceded territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. And I am Cree and Métis, and I'm a member of Swan River First Nation in Northern Alberta, the Kinuso Slave Lake area. The title of my exhibition is kanawêyimêw, which means she takes care of them. I have two pieces in the exhibition. One is a series of rabbit fur drums that's called Trapline, chapan snares rabbits, and the other is a series of photographs that's called Mama that hates fish but works in the cannery. And the themes that I found when I was working with both of them was about really just mothers, and family members taking care of the kids, really, was what that was about. Just all the work, like the really hard work that went into taking care of your children. So I had always grown up hearing about my chapan. She passed away a couple of years before I was born, but I had always heard about her, and I was always really interested in hearing about her because she was described as a midwife and a healer, and I found that really fascinating. And then I learned that she had a trap line throughout, the territory up in Northern Alberta, and she snared rabbits, and she would, obviously use the rabbit meat to feed her family. And she took care of my mom and her siblings a lot too. And I thought it was so interesting that she had a trap line. And then I learned my kokum had one as well with her. And I couldn't picture that because I'd always known my kokum to live in Edmonton, to live in the city, and couldn't picture her like harvesting on the land. And so I just wanted to make this series that was about honoring the work they did. And I had worked with drums a lot. I had made a lot of elk hide and deer hide drums for probably around 10 years, and just thought of wanting to work with the rabbit pelts in a way, and know that drums are used to honor people, like the songs are used to honor people, or you gift people drums. And so I just wanted to make this series that was honoring all the work that they did. Kind of emphasize that care that they had for each other and for their kids and their grandkids, and just having these really soft feminine colors. And there was a lot of blue as well, because I remember my kokum always wearing blue floral shirts and stuff, and it's always a color I associate with her. But I really like the process. For me, the funnest part is working with the dyes and trying to get the right shades. You can put two rabbit furs in the same dye and they'll come out really different. So that's always interesting. And then sometimes over dyeing them or mixing them with other colors. And for me, it's the thing I like to do that's you can really only do with the hand dyeing instead of the commercial dyes, is it has a lot more depth to it, because you can have the different colors and shades show up in different parts of the hide compared to a commercial dye, which is really flat. I started Me Mama Hates Fish but worked in the cannery at some point when my mom was telling me about how she worked in the Richmond cannery, and I was shocked because she's, really does not like to eat fish. And she has two son-in-laws that are fishermen. One's from the Heiltsuk Nation, one's from Tsawwassen First Nation, and they were both fishermen. And whenever we would cook these, delicious fresh salmon, we would have to fry her up a steak. So to hear that she worked every day with fish and cut them up and gutted them and stuff was just so shocking to me. And she just had this very simple response of, well, I had to take care of you kids. And I just thought, oh, that is love, to really do something, work with something that you hate, but you're going to do that to take care of your kids. And so I just really wanted to do a piece around that. It was not just about her at the cannery, but it was about her moving to BC, away from Alberta and away from her family, her mom and away from her territory because she wanted better job opportunities out here so that she could take care of, her 4 kids. And so I just really wanted to show the difference of where she had left and where she had moved to, and like the kind of, the work and the sacrifices that she made for her family. One of them is her taking care of me. It's my 2nd birthday. It's a Polaroid, and it's her leaning over me, helping me, I think, blow out the candles. And another one was one that I had taken of our territory in Swan River in Kinuso, and one that was of the water there, and one was the grain feed. And so I just really wanted to work with, I think, contrast what I remember, and then the different landscapes was definitely important. Juxtaposing the Alberta and the BC landscape. But I really like that idea that people could come into the space and be really enveloped by the images and like the landscapes, and that the way they would feel a part of it. And that was one of the reasons why in the photo too, it was, my hand is showing in every image to show like that I'm a part of it. I'm in Vancouver now, and I take care of my son here. And so I just really wanted people to feel like a part of it. So I think I'm really looking forward to seeing it in that darkened projected space. I mean, I was definitely thinking of my family for one thing, wanting my mom to see it, and like my siblings and, my aunties and everything, to have them see that and see, our family and kokum and chapan be recognized in this way, which is why I am so glad that these pieces are finally being shown in Alberta, and our family, who lives all the way up in Kinuso, all the way down to Calgary, can all drive out and see it. And so I'm really looking forward to that, to them being able to see these pieces that are about honoring our kokums and our chapans. I hope they're taking a moment to think about what their family has done to take care of them, their kokums, grandmas and great grandmas and grandparents and everything, to just think about, like, a lot of our ancestors have had to really sacrifice a lot for us to be able to have the life that we live, or like have had to move places. And I just think too, being a mom, like, you start to think about like how much work raising a family is. And so I'm hoping that people will think about their own ancestors.